update. Sorry this video is going to be a little bit late. I had a really hectic day yesterday, so it's now Saturday the 14th. Of course, it's Valentine's Day. So yesterday I had a really busy day. I had to go in the morning to my clinic and have my blood tests and my scan done, and then I had to get to work, and I ended up doing like a 12-hour day or something like that. So by the time I got home, it was like night time, and I didn't want to film in the dark because then the lighting would have been really bad, so I decided I'd just film in the morning instead. So sorry about that, but I've got quite a bit to update you guys on. So first off, I went for my scan of my bloods on Friday, so yesterday morning, and everything was looking good. The nurse was really happy with everything, and we made a plan for me to trigger on Sunday and then go in on Tuesday for egg pickup. So I was really excited about that. She gave me like all the forms and everything that we needed, and Ryan wasn't able to come to that appointment with me, so I texted him and let him know that he might have to take those days off work and that sort of thing. And then in the afternoon they rang me to say that my blood test had come back and they weren't really happy with where my estrogen levels were. So the plan now is for me to go back on Monday and have more bloods and another scan. So I don't really know then when I'm going to be triggering. Hopefully on Monday they tell me that I can trigger that night, but I really don't know, guys. I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm a little bit over it, and I know that's really bad to say because it's like my first round, but I just feel like I've been triggering now for 14 days, and you know, I was expected that yesterday I was supposed to have an embryo transfer, so this process is taking a lot longer than I thought it would, and I kind of got really excited about not having to do the injections anymore, because tomorrow, Sunday, was supposed to be my last day of injections if I was going to be triggering. So I'm kind of disappointed about that because it means I'm going to have to keep going with the injections till at least Monday. And the injections themselves are getting to be a bit stingy now, so you know, I think I was saying before, like when I first started doing them, no pain, like it was really easy, and then the further I've gotten along, the more uncomfortable they've been. Like every few days I'll get one that's like, again, is no pain, but a lot of them I get a little bit of stinging with. I think that's purely because I really have run out of room on my stomach now, so I'm just going to places that I've already used before, and I do still have that big bruise on my stomach. That in itself doesn't really hurt, but I think just everything in that area in general is just tender. In terms of my dosages though, they're keeping me at the same dose, which again I'm a little bit confused about. Like if my levels aren't where they're supposed to be, wouldn't it make sense to increase the dose? I don't really know. Obviously they know what they're doing, this is their specialty. But yeah, I just can't help but think like if they'd increased my dose again like a few days ago, whether that would have made a difference. But not really anything I can do about that now. So I do have my appointment booked for Monday. So I'll hopefully be able to update you guys on Tuesday, and hopefully at that video I'll be telling you that I've got a plan for egg pickup and transfer and stuff. So please cross your fingers for me, because I'm really at that point now where I just want to know what's happening. It's really frustrating because of my work. I really need to know what's happening so that I can plan my days. I've got like appointments and that, so if I know what day I'm going to be having egg pickup, I'm not going to be working that day. I'm taking that as a sick day. So if I know that I'm not going to be in on that day, I can change my appointment so that my patients come see me like the day before or the day after or something like that, just so that I'm not then relying on the rest of my team to do my appointments for me when they've already got all of their appointments and stuff that they need to be doing. The girls in my office are really lovely, and they're more than happy to do that for me. I don't want to keep like inconveniencing them, and you know, because every time I go for an appointment I'm like, okay, well they've told me this, and then we plan for that, and then it doesn't happen, and I don't want them to get all frustrated and rearrange their stuff for me and then it all doesn't work. So that's where we're at with that. In terms of symptoms, I feel like I'm feeling really emotional, and I don't know if that's just because yesterday was a really big day. Like obviously I had that appointment, got really excited, got the call to say that we weren't going ahead, and I also found out that one of the girls in my office told our manager that I was going through IVF, and I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know whether it's just my hormones, but it did really upset me because I felt like it wasn't her place to say anything. If I wanted to tell our manager what was happening, I would have done it. I don't really care that she knows, but it's just the fact that someone told her without my permission and sort of not went behind my back, but kind of did and told her. So yeah, that kind of got me a little bit upset, and I had a chat with one of the other girls and was like, well, what do you think? Should I have told her? And she agreed with me that, you know, it's something that's really personal and it should be my choice if I wanted to tell her or not. The person that did tell her was sort of like, well, you have to tell her, she's our manager, and if you're going to be taking lots of sick days and blah blah blah. But the way I see it is, I haven't taken a single sick day yet. I am probably going to take one sick day, and that's for egg pickup. And I have plenty of sick leave there, and when you take a sick day, you don't have to say what you're sick with, you know. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I'm sick. Like, you don't need to know the ins and out of it. Like, if you are off with a cold, you don't have to tell them I have a cold, or I have diarrhea, or I have vomiting, or whatever. You just have to say that you're sick, and you can use your sick leave that you've built up. So I don't really know why she felt it was her place to say something. I sort of did express to her that I didn't think that our manager needed to know, but she kind of brushed it off, and yeah, I didn't really want to get into it because I was worried that I'd start to get upset, so I kind of just let it go. But I don't know, guys, am I overreacting? Like, I don't know if it's just the hormones that are affecting me and I'm a bit more emotional than I normally would be, but it just really bothered me to the point where I felt like I was going to start crying, like, at work. So I kind of just walked away and just rang Ryan. But apart from that, still feeling really fatigued. I slept last night for, I reckon, like a good 10 hours. But the fatigue probably isn't as bad as it was. Like, I just generally feel really run down, really tired, and a bit lethargic, like I don't have a whole lot of energy. But I think it was worse when I was on the pill and when I first started the hormones. I think now it's starting to get slightly better. Apart from that, I still feel really full, a little bit bloated, still getting the sharp shooting pains on either side. And one thing that I did notice yesterday, which kind of got me a little bit worried as well, was I'm pretty sure I had like egg white cervical mucus that I would normally get when I'm ovulating. And I know that I'm on the injection so that I don't ovulate, but I can't help having this feeling that, you know, we're just leaving it longer and longer and longer, and what if it doesn't work and I accidentally ovulate and then like the cycle is cancelled. And I know that's stupid, but I just can't help thinking about that. And then when I had the egg white cervical mucus, I was like, oh no, like, oh, but I'm sure it's all going to be fine. I just got to stop thinking about it. So I was sort of looking into ways that I can sort of relax and that sort of thing. So I did find on the internet a couple of really good IVF meditation audio. So what I did last night was I downloaded them and put them on my iPad, and before I went to bed I actually lied down in bed and listened to these meditation and just focused on breathing and that sort of thing, and holy dooly, I felt so relaxed afterwards. I'm not normally a person that's big into meditation or anything like that, but I thought I'd give it a go, and I just felt so relaxed and I slept so good to the point where Ryan woke up this morning and went to work, kissed me goodbye, said goodbye, and I have no recollection of it. Like, I was that dead to the world. And like I said, I think I slept for like a good 10 or 11 hours. And even then, after that, I really struggled to get up. Like, I lifted my arm and it was just so heavy, and yeah, I felt really good after that. So I'll leave the link below if any of you guys want to listen to it. Hopefully I have more information for you in my next video. I feel like I've been saying that a lot lately, and I'm really sorry, but there is just so many variables in this whole IVF process. It's exactly like a roller coaster. You're up one minute, down the next, and you don't really know what's going on. But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, everything's happening that it's supposed to. It's just taking me a lot longer to get there. So I've got to keep that in my head that, you know, everything is fine rather than worrying about it. So that's all for today, guys. I'll speak to you next week. Bye!